they have no concept of time. They have no concept of beat. I'm not putting them down. It's because they're learning like this, and then they're touching. They're not understanding internalization. They're not learning auditory. And this is something I've seen over and over again. Hey everybody, Jim here from Grassroots Piano. Thank you for joining me. This is a very impromptu conversation, but it needs to happen. Public service announcement. First of all, Happy New Year. This is like me going live, but I'm not. A lot of my learners are from the UK, and the time difference, it just doesn't work out in schedules and all that. But I do plan to go live in 2026 for many reasons. I'm very excited to do that. So this is a video about me noticing, as a teacher for 33 plus years, music teacher, teaching piano, some percussion, and I could go on. It's been a journey, but piano is one of my main loves. This is the time of year where I see so many people excited. They get a new keyboard, they get books, they buy an app or whatever they're doing, a new teacher. So my public service announcement for music educators and teachers is maybe some of my thoughts will help out. This is a very impromptu conversation, so hopefully I make sense. I'm just recovering from the flu. Obviously, I'm good enough to stand and talk, and I'm not that sick anymore. I'm just fatigued from being sick. But I wanted to mention a few things because I've seen this pattern way too much, and I think it's worth repeating. I think one of the jobs as an educator is to advocate and get messages out there. One of the things I've done as an educator is to look within, see what I can do better and what I can craft and improve on, whether it's communication, an exercise, a song, what have you. That's what's beautiful about music, and everyone should have music in their life. So I want to engineer this backwards. So this channel, first of all, is basically for adults who want to learn piano and have music in their life. Some people haven't had a chance to have music in their life, and their goal is when they get close to retirement or when they have time, they want to play. And even though a lot of my learners have a lot of experience in different worlds, from engineering, medicine, teaching, whatever it is, music seems to be a no man's or no person's land, if you will, when it comes to learning. And I don't think it's our fault. And I don't want to make this a forum on what's happened with curriculum design and music in society, but there is that level of thought that goes in my mind. What it is how we, the learners, and teachers to an extent, get tricked on how to learn and how to improve quickly. So I'm not here to be a purist. I'm not here to say, well, you need to play piano for 5 years before you play 2 good songs. No, I'm not there to say that. I'm warning people to be careful. I have seen more people take tips and tricks and buy really expensive courses and not get anything out of it. And what I'm going to share is experience that I've known from previous students that I've had or students that I have now. I'm not going to mention their names, and also just things that I've witnessed as a teacher. But I want to reverse engineer. So let's say I'm on the internet and I'm really looking about piano and I want to learn. Where do we go to? A lot of places such as YouTube. And you can read in the comments, some people will say, I don't think you should put anyone's musical hobby down. If they want to learn piano synesthesia, that's fine. Let them learn that. And we'll come back to that. Or if you want to learn through Simply Piano, the app, which I see more ads on that app than anything else, then let them learn that. Another one is, well, I kind of want to read, but I don't want to. I just want to play some chords. I don't have much time. And that's where we get trapped. We don't have much time, and then we want to get the shortcuts because we don't have much time. That makes sense to an extent. So here I am. People say to me, by the way, a lot of my adult students, they say, you're so patient. They have no idea. You navigating the keys, playing melodies that you love, learning a rhythm, me helping you, that's not patience. That's teaching and that's enjoyment. The patience that I have is watching this circle over and over again play out. Here's a real world example. I have a Facebook, public Facebook, I think it's private, but it's free. And now and then people go, I just want to play piano, but I don't want to learn notes and all that. And I'm very polite. I just let it be. And it's true, whatever makes you happy. Some people might want to just learn a song and stop and that's it. That's fine, I guess. I can't relate to that. I'm an intense person. So when this person said, I just want to learn a song, I don't want to learn notes, whatever makes you happy. But I kid you not. And basically, maybe 3 or 4 days later, the same person said, what does da capo mean? Why do we have 4/4? So this is great. They're learning, they're asking about the language. The language is that. It's notes, it's symbols. That's really hard as a teacher. And I'm going back to the key word here, time. We do something to our brains when we're stressed. And when we're anxious, we speed up, we cut corners, and then what happens? Quality goes down. And right now, someone's probably annoyed because I'm not showing them a quick free pattern and they might have scrolled on. That's fine. I'm a veteran teacher. I'm here to help and not just feed you candy, if you will. Nothing wrong with learning by ear and all that stuff. I really want to mention this. When I've had just a few students that have mentioned Simply Piano. I don't know too much about it. I am thinking of getting a subscription and trying it out, make it part of this channel. I think technology is a good thing if it can help you learn. But I also feel like when we're learning from an app, we're learning externally. And that might not resonate if you're a beginner, but hear me out. And I got case studies, people. I have real living proof. And the Simply Piano, you're watching colors, you're pressing a button, which is the keys. You're not making music. I know, I might get some comments for that. You're playing a song, but you're pressing buttons. Piano Synthesia. I had this wonderful adult student, loved the piano. I mean, just couldn't stop playing it. But when I gave them a method book, everything fell apart. So let's talk about piano synesthesia. I'm not against it if it gives you motivation. But do you know how many students I've had that have said, it's been 3 years and I don't understand anything. If I'm not in front of this screen, I can't do anything. So let's go back to the comment. Well, if they're enjoying it, it's their hobby, let it be. Here's the problem. Everything's going to have a timeline. The honeymoon period is going to die away. The time of urgency to finally look and understand the language will appear. And it will rear its ugly head if you've just been using crazy shortcuts. But that's not the least. There's some people that have purchased high-end courses, and I'm going to be a very kind person. In fact, because of my recovery of the flu, I don't think I can even remember them, but there were ads for years about paying $3,000 to play and shortcut years and off you're playing. So here's my announcement. Why are we into shortcuts? And before you click off, what I mean by that is, why can't we enjoy learning? I'm never going to play piano like a classical pianist, like a person who goes on tour. It's not in my DNA, it's not in my schedule, not that time to practice, but I can still love it and I can get around the keys, I can read music, I can compose, I can play songs that I love. My point is, we need to understand our goals. And how do we understand the goals? Find a good teacher. And if you don't like the teacher, one of my UK friends and students and viewers, hi Wayne, he has mentioned, if you don't like the teacher, move on. That's what we do in YouTube land, right? Move on. Or whatever. You need to be motivated. And I know that I'm repeating myself, and I've said this in a few other videos, but it's worth repeating. Let's talk about YouTube. My channel is 21,000 subscribers. And I've had some comments like, you're not getting views anymore. There's a lot of reasons why. One of them is people give up. They don't unsubscribe. They give up on piano. I have subscriptions of other things that I haven't unsubscribed yet. That's not me speaking out of insecurity. Piano can get extremely difficult, especially if you don't take the right steps. So what are the right steps, Jim? Well, that's another video, but I will tell you this. Don't worry about getting to the finish line. Worry about starting correctly. If you can get to the instrument and still feel excited that you're playing in 2-3 months from now, that is good. And that's one of the reasons I want to start like going live, connecting with people. Where are your pain points? What are you having a hard time with? A lot of it, by the way, is rhythm, and that's a whole other conversation. Think about quality. Think about if you're able to go to the grocery store, you want to buy the food that you can afford, but you want to eat something good, you want to fuel your body, you want to fuel your mind. So the piano Synthesia and Simply Piano, that stuff's great to an extent. But I'm going to say this, and I've seen this many times. I've had students, when they're playing piano with a group, and they're playing with the drums and all that, they have no concept of time. They have no concept of beat. I'm not putting them down. It's because they're learning like this, and then they're touching. They're not understanding internalization. They're not learning auditory. And this is something I've seen over and over again. And that's fine. I'm more than happy to have people debate me and all that. These are my experiences. But a student that will use a metronome and clap and do some of the dirty work, that is fine. People skip steps because it's boring. I don't know what to say. You got to be passionate, and nothing lasts forever. So when you work on that C hand position exercise, you'll get it done. But I wanted to share some books that you might want to get. And this isn't, I mean, I guess I'm an affiliate, but I don't even have the link set up. It's just me giving you guys some options. This is a really good one. I just need to make sure my computer is going to participate. This is the Alfred series, really good. I teach out of this at times, not the Alfred, see, I told you I'm saying, this is Faber, excuse me, I can see now. But this is a very good series, and I do like how it's spiral bound. They mix of theory and music, they break it down. Very good educators in here. So the Faber Adult Adventures, super good. This is more like a vitamin C book. This has been popular for a while, and it's just basic stuff, but it has all the fingerings in there, and you can learn and all that. Now, another book that I brought up, you have to be careful. I purchased some books from students, and I'll tell you why. All right, I like this book, and then when you open it up, I don't know how well you can see this, the notes are really big, so it's easy, right? Wrong. It's a publisher trick. The notes are big, so which is great on our eyes, but a lot of the music is still tricky. And I've talked to a few other pianists. This is funny, on a side note, I opened up to Good Riddance, and I'm actually arranging that for one of my school ensembles, so that's pretty cool. Good Riddance too, right? Welcome to the new year. Bye-bye, Good Riddance of 2025. Like I said in the beginning, I am just freestyling this conversation, but I wanted to bring some thought to the table, some observations I've had. And this is just me speaking off the cuff. I'm not worried about you coming back to this channel. If you do, if you like what I do, please do. But I'm worried about those learners that give up way too soon. And I met Lynn last year. Hi, Lynn. I know she's really busy right now. She's doing a lot of stuff with some other learners and creators. Lynn's an older learner, and I think she disclosed she's been playing for 8 years. And that's awesome. And things are clicking. But she mentioned to me, I had no idea how hard this is going to be. I do want to, if you're still here, that's great, because I did want to speak about how hard it should be. First of all, if you're going to take lessons, or if you want to learn notes and all that, give yourself a year and try to be consistent. And life will happen. We get sick and whatnot. Try to not beat yourself up. I am going to get organized, I promise, and I'm going to get organized with a 2026 plan. And one of the things I've noticed with adults, when you don't have much time, how can you still improve? Because there's a lot of different strains within the music DNA that we can learn, from basic rhythm skills one day, pitch identification and all that. If you're new here, thanks for listening to me. Hopefully it was helpful. I think in a way this video is for me to be, kind of use it as therapy, because here we go again. This is where I have to execute patience. It's not a whole note. It's not the C scale. It's people going about things the wrong way. So if I've messed with your brain, meaning you're afraid now to go to Simply Piano, don't be afraid. Be aware that you might only depend on that app to learn. Just be aware. Dive into it. Learn some skills. But make sure you try other things when time allows. And speaking of trying, don't like just do one thing one week and the next week. This is where I talked about freestyling. I know that must be a bit bothersome, but I would rather speak a little bit now before I forget. But my homework for myself, and I've read this in the comments months ago, is to come up with some suggested plans. I'm more than happy to do that. In fact, if you're still with me, if you wanted to put yes, suggested plans, I'd appreciate it, because then it'll value my time to make a video for that. So yes, if you want suggested plans, just put yes, suggested plans, because there's a few different ways you can do this. Speaking of which, I'm gonna record soon on lesson 5 with the Alfred book. And I'm starting at the very basic level. You can join me, it's for free. You can go through that playlist and do what you like. It's all good. I could do self-plugs, but I'm not going to. There's enough of that. There really is, oh my God. But I will say this, Dawn and Diane, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. I believe Dawn just purchased my app, thank you. And Diane also just purchased my full course, and I will give them 110% of my efforts. Thank you so much. And I do mean that, because this is a crazy economy. There are so many people trying to sell stuff. There are so many quick tricks and hacks. So this is what I've learned as a teacher for 33 years. Always be grateful of the good notes and keep trying to get better. And in this case, I am going to get better, because I'm very motivated for people who are supporting not just this channel, but also supporting my family on the back end. All right, bye-bye.